We're just waiting for the sun to come. We have one big mountain here and the sun is rising. It's early spring in Gupta Govardhan, still a little chilly. And tomorrow is a big day, the divine appearance of Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And we say Bhagavan, it's something original and unique that you find in the Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, which originates from Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhardev Goswami Maharaj himself. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj had a big library, and in that library his own personal Bhagavatam, and he used to take many notes in the margins of his books. You'd see, if you still go and look at his books, you'll see he would write certain things in the margin. And one day Gurudev saw in the margin of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Bhagavatam the name of Saraswati Thakur with the word Bhagavan before preceding the name. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Gurudev felt how perfect this is. And so much faith in his Guru Maharaj's conceptions that he established that we will give that title to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in our mat, in our Jayadvanis when we say Jai. And I think some reason for that is Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was also given the title Prabhupada, and sometimes causing some confusion. And also Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Gurudev said that word Prabhupada is not so high. It's kind of a common title that many gurus have, Prabhupada. It's maybe not generic, but it's nothing extraordinary. And same with Vishnupad. It's commonly used and before the name of an acharya, of a guru. But Bhagavan is something extraordinary and used in history for Veda Vyas, even Drona, Bhagavan Drona, used before certain very honorable members of our sampradaya and great divine personalities. It literally means God, like you're putting the word God in front of their names. So it's strong. It's not just Vishnupad or Prabhupada, it's God, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Gurudev liked that very much, so we call him that. And there was some objection to that, like because it hadn't been done before. Any time you do something new that hasn't been done, you'll get some backlash. Someone will complain. Someone will say you're wrong. Srila Sridhar Maharaj is wrong. Gurudev is wrong. But someone challenged Gurudev, and it's, in Bengal, in the villages, they do many interesting things. And one of them, if you are wrong to someone or something, if someone's challenging you, you're having a debate, and you're wrong, what you have to do is bow down to that person and drag your nose on the ground to their feet. So Gurudev was like, if I'm wrong about this Bhagavan business, putting Bhagavan in front of Saraswati Thakur's name, then I will bow down to you and drag my nose to your feet. Yeah, very peculiar thing, but Gurudev was so sure, so brave, so sure of what his Guru Maharaj is saying and doing is perfect. So that's why we call Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Bhagavan. So tomorrow we'll have a big festival in his honor. Devotees are invited. We will have a Zoom meeting beginning at 11. And I personally invite everyone, like especially speakers on this occasion. Really like some speakers, because now it's just me in the temple room. Rishikesh Maharaj has gone to India. Goswami Maharaj is upstairs in retired mode. And this is a particular occasion I get a little jammed up. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I just like kind of, it just feels beyond my eligibility to really do justice and say something about him in any substantial way, because I just looking at his photo, the gravitas, the gravity in his form just sets off like a whole cascade of like, you know, self-correction, self-adjustment. All false notions start to come up and I start to feel really unqualified. Of course, I can read something, but if somebody really would like to come and help, that would be great. You know, it's a very Saraswati Thakur. Mostly what he gave was revolutionary. And he's our great-great-grandfather guru. For some of you, great-great-great. And such an important day. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle to have to say something, and I really prefer to be a listener. That's my constitutional nature. But Gurudev really pushed me, like, get out there and preach. Do something positive on the preaching field. And, you know, really I'm like a bit of a shy, introverted person, but I try to do this for him, for his satisfaction. Once we were in Kharkiv, Ukraine, and I was giving a class, and someone in our class was a Vaishnava psychiatrist from one of the Gaudiya mats. And he was there listening, and at the end he came up to me and he's like, how are you even doing this? You know, like really, like good on you, trying your best, but like, you know, we try and serve our guardians and please them and follow their instructions, and whatever it takes. You just got to be a little brave and get out there and just try to say something, and we can't just say nothing because we've heard so much from our guardians. It would be unfortunate on our side if we can't try to say something, but you know, it can be a little bit of a sweet struggle. So yes, tomorrow 11, Zoom, speakers, please come help me out. I remember last year this happened, and I went to Goswami Maharaj's door. I'm like, please come down for this occasion. But no, he didn't, and we have to honor and respect that. But also, what I can say, because I was there, it's also the day that our Giriraj Govardhan Mandir was inaugurated, and the divine water play of Mahaprabhu was inaugurated on this day. Srila Gurudev in 2003, he fulfilled the wish of Srila Sridhar Maharaj to have a temple in the middle of Govinda Kunda. If you've been to Navadvip, you'll see the beautiful temple in the middle of Govinda Kunda. And it was the desire of Srila Sridhar Maharaj that this temple be built. And at that time thinking it would be Gornitai in the middle of the temple. And it was Gurudev's wish. This is one thing we have to fulfill. And it was a big ordeal trying to build the foundation in Govinda Kunda, because the Govinda Kunda is basically just on the banks of the Ganga, just a little distance from the Ganga, and water channels, like maybe springs, were coming through, and just the water kept flowing. There was no way to empty it. We were trying to empty the kunda into the next door kunda, but water kept coming. And some of the devotees were like jumping in, trying to dig holes, and it was just filling up. And this went on for a few weeks, like absolutely impossible to drain Govinda Kunda. And I remember Jagadananda Prabhu submerged in mud up to his neck, trying to dig, like, I'm going to do this. But it didn't happen. And so, like always, our Gurudev, the mystic, went into meditation, and he realized, we need to approach Kurma Dev, the Vishnu avatar of the tortoise, who had his pastimes in the churning of the ocean. He was the foundation where the churning rod was put in this pastime. So let's worship Kurma, and by his grace we will be able to build this foundation for this temple in Govinda Kunda. So Gurudev arranged for Paramana sweet rice to be especially made for Kurmadev, and that offering was made. Then, this whole project was headed up by Srila Acharya Maharaj, who did all the actual work, arranging all the construction workers and everything required for this project. Joy. So this was, all, we have to give so much credit to Acharya Maharaj for making this possible. In his energetic, tireless efforts, he fulfilled this wish for Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. So after the worship of Kurmadev, everything successfully happened. The kunda was drained, and all the foundation rods and everything was successfully installed, and the temple was built. And for some reason, Giriraj manifested as the presiding deity who would remain in the kunda. I believe something about Gornitai being in the middle of the kunda. Gurudev was worried they would get some kind of over moisture damage because it's in the middle of the water. So Giriraj manifested somehow, because it's also Govinda Kunda, non-different from Vrindavan Govinda Kunda. Everything in Vrindavan is manifest in Navadvip, because they are non-different. So Giriraj manifested in Govinda Kunda, in our mat. The temple was built, and Mahaprabhu was commissioned. Gigantic Mahaprabhu was commissioned just for this divine water play that would happen, and that was inaugurated. Tomorrow will be the anniversary festival, and it was inaugurated on Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. So that Mahaprabhu lives in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir. If you go to Navadip, you'll see Srila Sridhar Maharaj's Samadhi and a giant Mahaprabhu next to him, who's specifically for this once a year parikrama around the Govinda Kunda, and he'll go and into the Giriraj temple and get his worship and his offerings. And so in 2003, it was inaugurated by Gurudev in person, and Mahaprabhu was brought. We didn't have a real boat yet, so the devotees tied some bamboo together with like flotation devices, and it was very makeshift. And just, I remember everybody piling on, and then like they brought Mahaprabhu onto this makeshift little raft, and Gurudev I watched him get on the raft. He was just like, whatever, like maybe we won't make it across to the temple, but he just faithfully jumped on this raft, and they brought Mahaprabhu to the middle of the Kunda, and they made it successfully. But that raft came back to get more devotees, and everyone piled on just like the first trip, but the raft sank. And devotees were holding mridangas in the water, and someone didn't know how to swim. It was Malati Priya was drowning. Someone had to save her. And devotees were jumping off the mandir to save the other devotees and help get the mridanga out of the water. And it was actually very joyful and very beautiful and very fun. The fire sacrifice, the yajna was made to inaugurate it, and lots of chanting and dancing, and they brought Mahaprabhu around, circumambulating Giriraj, and then brought him back to stay in the temple with Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And that itself is something extraordinary, just that Mahaprabhu's living next to Guru Maharaj in the Samadhi Mandir. And that also says something, in our mission, emphasis is on Mahaprabhu and Radharani, not so much Krishna, like you find in other institutions, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But in our mat, it's Gauranga, and respectfully, with so much honor and respect, Srimati Radharani. We don't just say, Radha, Radha, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. We always a little more reverential, Srimati Radharani. So Mahaprabhu's there with Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and every year this festival takes place. They bring the palanquin on this day and bring Mahaprabhu, and now we have a real boat, And Mahaprabhu gets on the boat with the devotees and Sankirtan and circumambulates Giriraj. And then Mahaprabhu will spend the day at Govindakunda with Giriraj. And I remember one year being on that boat with Gurudev and Mahaprabhu and all the devotees and the Sankirtan. And we were just beautifully circumambulating Giriraj on this beautiful day of Saraswati Thakur's Vyasa Puja. And I just remember thinking, like, nothing could be better than this. I'm with Guru, sitting next to Guru, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, and Gauranga, Mahaprabhu, deity, and the Vaishnavas, Nam Sankirtan, circumambulating Giriraj Govardhan, in Gupta Govardhan, Navadip Dham, the holy Dham. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. And like, this has got to be the best day of my life. I just remember feeling like so fortunate. And someone did ask me once in an interview, like, what was your all-time favorite experience in Krishna consciousness with your Gurudev? And I mentioned this, like, this was the ultimate beautiful experience with Gurudev, and Mahaprabhu, and Navadip Dham. So, remembering this occasion, and we have actual video of showing the sinking of the raft. So I think it's on our scsmot.com.
There's actual footage?
Actual footage. Someone filmed the whole thing. Yep. The sinking of this crazy makeshift bamboo. I think there were like plastic bottles with bamboo. Like, who was thinking this would, get everyone across? But it's funny how Gurudev and Mahaprabhu made it, but nobody else. The second trip, thankfully I wasn't on, I was the third trip. And I don't know how we got there, but we got there. But such a beautiful, lovely occasion. The divine will of Srila Sridhar Maharaj fulfilled. Gurudev fulfilled it with the tireless and super energetic efforts of Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj. We thank him for all his hard work and everything he did to make this project manifest. So, glorious occasion, and that actual celebration is tomorrow, and we will do our best to honor this occasion together with all the devotees. Again, petitioning speakers tomorrow in the temple room on Zoom. We will post the link for our Zoom meeting. Really hope someone will come forward and help me out. And inviting all local devotees, come celebrate, big feast. We know some favorites we've heard from Srila Gurudev. Srila Saraswati Thakur liked urad dal. Urad dal is a particular, it's like white dal. It has a bit of a fishy aroma to it. Not everyone likes it. And Saraswati Thakur really liked urad dal. And Srila Gurudev said, like, heavy on the hing, the asafoetida spice. Saraswati Thakur really liked hing. I think you're going to make this dal tomorrow. Sulakshana is our trained professional cook, trained by Gopal Prabhu in Navadvip. Nitya Gopal Prabhu, our Bengali, he was Gurudev's cook. So that just tells you something. If you cook for Srila Govinda Maharaj, you got to be good. Because he was our king of foodies. And Sulakshana was trained by him. So we're very lucky to have someone here who knows what they're doing. We need urad dal with lots of hing in it tomorrow. And he also, Gurudev said, Srila Saraswati Thakur liked chanachur. You know, the very spicy mix. It's like besan flour fried into little crunchy pieces with like pieces of dal. You see it on the side of the road in West Bengal. It's a snack. Very spicy fried snack. Haldiram's in India has many varieties. And we just buy it from the Indian store here and put it in a bowl and offer it to Saraswati Thakur. So we know of those two things, that special things we can offer in our bhoga offering to Saraswati Thakur on his Vyasa Puja and Disappearance Day also. So we'll do our best to celebrate and give our hearts on this divine occasion. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai.
I just want to say,
Yes.
like 2 years ago, I was in India, and we visited Lalita and Mahaprabhu, and we were in that place. We just got the Kunda.
Govinda Kunda. They call it, the rickshaw wallahs call it Jal Mandir.
And I met Gopal there too.
You met Nitya Gopal Prabhu.
And there's right across, there's a temple, right? And we go upstairs to Siddhanta Maharaj.
Veranda.
Yeah, it was just incredible.
Yeah.
I just fall down and just like everything out, like crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't describe like the feelings.
Yes.
It's just wow.
That was my very first service when I came to the Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. It was late 91, 92. My first service was to wash the floor in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's veranda. I was the happiest person in the world, just washing those beautiful red cement, those like reddish cement floors that were so shiny and beautiful in his room, his veranda. And if you see that on his bed, the same original mattresses are there, and it's a Bengali thing to put things in the mattresses, like money, postcards, just that in between the mattresses, like there's all kinds of stuff, and it's still there. They kept it. Some money, some coins, some notes, some like postcards, maybe like an electric bill, all stuffed in between the mattresses. And his personal photographs. It's all beautifully preserved and taken care of by the devotees there.